Miguel realized that a traditional school setting was difficult well before I realized it.
Dyslexia runs in my family, so it was clear something was going on with Dashel. It was probably that he was dyslexic.
In the 4th grade, they had no phonetic skills at that point. They still couldn't recognize most of the alphabet.
The resource room got utilized more and more.
Pieces of paper would go missing and things would be crumpled.
My first thoughts were, will he ever go to college? There were all of these expectations and dreams that were just suddenly diminished in an instant.
Just very quietly looked at me and said, "I'm stupid." And that was it.
How much use is that alphabet if their spirit is broken?
Like doing a puzzle on a windy day. The puzzle pieces are blowing around and you don't know what's going to fit. You have to figure it out yourself. Finding a lab finds supports that help to frame out the puzzle.
Exactly.
There are a lot of different ways to teach children with learning disabilities, and lab school's on the forefront of that. They understand that my son is different than every other individual in his class.
The traditional school has really failed them, and not because there weren't good teachers, but because somebody couldn't take the time to really look at how this particular child thinks.
It's not that they make it easy, it's that they insist that you find what works for you and then utilize it.
Oh, right there, good eye.
We're not trying to teach them one set of skills. We're trying to see how they combine all their skills. We really want this person to understand who they are and what they can do best.
Perfect.
At Lab, the parents and the community, you get so much support. It's like having professional development for being a parent.
There's that kinship of spirit amongst the parents of wanting all our kids to do well.
You are alone until you find a community, right? And Lab is a community.
Here it goes. Good job. Bring that out.
The tool bag, so to speak, that Lab School has is immense.
4, 5, 6, 7.
They have all kinds of assistive technologies.
The stories takes places in the Great Depression.
He really engaged with the multi-sensory experience, the Knights and Ladies clubs, you know, where you would learn history by acting it out.
Heart, strength.
My kids, they can tell you things I didn't learn till I was in college.
So ever since William the Conqueror, they used the catapults.
Whoa.
What would we lose if we didn't have prepositions?
It would be hard to make a sentence without prepositions.
There's no one particular method that we're going to use. Our ideas come from our interaction with the students.
One of the things they did, his handwriting was so difficult for him to write. The classroom teacher and the OT said, all right, let's try a little cursive. Give him a break from perfect block lettering. He picked up cursive writing in about 2 days.
In the 4th grade, he could barely read. I remember coming to a teacher-parent conference about 1.5 years after that. He was reading. He was reading at his grade level. 1.5 years. The school is about miracles.
My girls say life would be the worst if they hadn't come to a school like this. They believe that they can conquer the world.
For Tucker, the world is half full, waiting to be filled, not half empty. And I think Lab School has given him that.
He's at Denison University, a fine school. It's part of what they call the Ohio Ivy League. He has a really good chance of making the dean's list.
Everyone's got a spark of brilliance somewhere. The nice thing is there's so many opportunities at Lab to find that brilliance.
This might be the best place in the entire world that you could send your kid to deal with these issues. Not just to deal with these issues, but to transform what you and your child believe about the future.
Now we're in a cultural shift, and the education needs to shift with it. And the kinds of thinkers that we need are the people with ADHD and the people with dyslexia who can think differently, who can be inventive on the spot, who can do novel problem solving, who can attend to the complexity of the world. There's a puzzle to be solved here, no doubt about it, but it has so many solutions, and the limit to the solutions is only the limit to our minds.
Show you what you want to see and take you where you want to be. You could be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound.